A rescue post. 47 days online. 0 serious calls. One man who clicked on it because his internet went out. 5 days later, at 2:38 a.m., that 200-pound Rottweiler stood over him in the dark and refused to let him sleep. What Cole found when he got up will stop you cold. A 200-pound Rottweiler, 4 families who couldn't handle him, a rescue post that had been sitting online for 47 days with 0 serious inquiries, and a man named Cole who only clicked on it because his internet went out and he had nothing else to do. 5 days later, at 2:38 a.m., that same dog woke a sleeping house, not with barking, with silence. And what Cole found when he followed him down the hallway changed everything he thought he understood about the word protection. This is the story of Titan, and nobody saw it coming. The post was simple, almost too simple. One photo, a massive black and tan Rottweiler sitting in a backyard, staring directly into the camera like he was the one taking the picture. The caption read, Titan, 200 pounds, 4 years old, 4 previous homes, not aggressive, just a lot. Needs someone who understands working dogs, free to the right person. No shelter, no organization, just a phone number and a woman named Patricia who had fostered him for 6 weeks and quietly admitted she was out of her depth. Cole wasn't looking for a dog. He was a 38-year-old electrician living alone in a 2-story house on the edge of town. 3 acres, no fence, no particular plan. He'd been meaning to get a security system for 2 years. He hadn't. He saved the post on a Thursday night, told himself he'd think about it, and then called Patricia on Friday morning before he'd even made coffee. He's not for everyone, she said immediately, not as a warning, as a fact. What does that mean? It means he watches everything, every door, every window, every person who walks in. He doesn't bark, he just watches, and some people find that unsettling. Cole was quiet for a moment. I find it reassuring, he said. Patricia exhaled. Come meet him Saturday. Titan had not always been passed around. His first 3 years had been spent on a working ranch in eastern Colorado, trained from puppyhood to patrol the perimeter, monitor the livestock, and alert to anything that didn't belong. He was exceptional at it. Then the ranch sold. The original owner moved into assisted living, and a 200-pound Rottweiler with a patrol instinct and 0 off switch became very quickly someone else's problem. The first family lasted 11 days. They said he made their guests uncomfortable. The second lasted 3 weeks. They said he wouldn't stop pacing at night. The third, a young couple, returned him after 48 hours. They never gave a reason. By the time Patricia took him in, Titan had spent 178 days across 3 different facilities, eating shelter food, sleeping on concrete, doing his rounds every morning out of pure muscle memory because nobody had told him to stop, and nobody had given him anything better to do. He still checked every door, still posted himself near every exit, still lifted his head at sounds the humans in the room couldn't register. Some dogs lose themselves in the system. Titan just waited, quietly, heavily, with the particular patience of an animal that has never once believed the right person is still coming. Cole met him on a Saturday afternoon in Patricia's backyard. Titan didn't run to him, didn't perform. He walked over slowly, sniffed Cole's hand once, and then turned and sat beside him, facing the fence, like they were both there for the same reason, like he was already on duty. Cole looked at Patricia. I'll take him. She nodded slowly. I know. The first 2 days were an adjustment. Titan chose his sleeping spot on night 1, directly at the top of the stairs facing the front door below. Not the dog bed Cole had set up in the bedroom, not the couch, the stairs. Cole moved the bed next to him and slept on it the first night, just to see. Titan glanced at him once, then went back to watching the door. Cole smiled in the dark. Fair enough. By day 3, a pattern had formed. Titan made rounds twice a night. Cole knew this because he could hear the soft, deliberate movement. Bedroom door, hallway, top of stairs, back bedroom, hallway again. Methodical, silent, purposeful. It should have been unsettling. Instead, Cole slept better than he had in years. Stories like this one are exactly why some dogs never stop looking for the one person who finally gets it. If you haven't subscribed yet, honestly, that breaks my heart. Hit that button right now. You don't want to miss what comes next. It was a Tuesday, day 5. Cole had gone to bed at 10:30, windows cracked because the late spring air was finally warm enough to let in. He was deep asleep by 11. He didn't hear the wind pick up around 1. He didn't hear the dry brush on the north side of the property begin to stir. He didn't smell the first thin trace of smoke that drifted through the cracked window at 2:31 a.m. Titan did. Cole woke to wait. Not sound, not smell, not the slow creep of consciousness. Wait, 200 pounds of Rottweiler standing over him, both front paws on the bed, head directly above his face, staring at him with an urgency that bypassed every groggy instinct and landed somewhere deeper. Cole sat up. What? Titan was already moving, down the hallway, to the back bedroom, to the window. Cole followed, still half asleep, and then the smell hit him. Sharp, chemical, wrong. He looked out the back window. The dry brush along the north fence line was on fire, not a small fire, the kind that moves, the kind that in the 4 minutes Cole had been unconscious to it, had already crossed 30 feet of dead grass and was working its way toward the woodpile stacked against the back of the house. Cole called 911 at 2:39 a.m. Firefighters arrived at 2:51. In those 12 minutes, Cole moved the car, grabbed the essentials, and soaked the back wall with every garden hose he had, while Titan stood at the edge of the yard, completely still, watching the fire line the way he had once watched a ranch perimeter, not panicking, not retreating, just tracking it, measuring it, staying between it and the house until there was nothing left to guard against. The fire investigators said it later, quietly, the way professionals say things they know sound unusual. Another 10, maybe 15 minutes, and that back wall goes. Once the wall goes, the whole structure is at risk. Cole didn't say anything for a long time. He just looked at Titan, still standing at the edge of the yard, still watching, still on duty, even now that it was over. 4 families had given up on him, 178 days behind kennel doors, a rescue post that sat online for 47 days and almost didn't get answered at all. And all of it, every rejection, every return, every quiet night of waiting had led to exactly this: a cracked window, a sleeping man, and a 200-pound Rottweiler who had been built for this moment his entire life, and had simply been waiting for someone to let him do his job. Some dogs aren't too much, they're just waiting for the right house to protect. Was it instinct or was it something more? Would you have answered that rescue post or scrolled past it like everyone else did? Tell me in the comments.